this thing's gonna fit on here, this vent cap. Yeah, that thing should fit on there pretty good. Hello, everybody. Let's go see if we can flip this thing on, Mark.
It's on the other side by the
Yeah, I gotta see if it's gonna fit okay.
Be the same size of this.
Can't sleep over top of that.
Alright, check it out. I don't think that.
If I can get this piece out, but it's probably glued in.
Oh, okay.
Probably got the PVC.
Yeah, that's probably what it is. What size is that pipe there?
Inch and a half.
What do you got?
Inch and a half.
How come it doesn't fit?
Because this is meant to go into this piece, not this.
Oh, I see. All right. I think I'm gonna go ahead and take that trim off over there. I'm gonna go ahead and get that off. Oh, yeah.
You gotta go down there and see if you can identify where the leak is, you know? I'm gonna work on this surround. All right, how you doing, everybody? All right, what's up, D? Be careful. Be careful.
I picked it up yesterday, so I'm gonna take a look.
Yeah, take a
around
look
and
at
see
it today and
with a light and
see what's going on. I'm gonna work on sand some more on this window surround here. Here, I'm trying to get this
It's safe
thing.
for me to continue my compounding because I think rain's coming tomorrow.
Oh, it's
right?
coming.
Is it coming tomorrow? How much is that?
I believe it is.
Yeah.
Let's finish this.
So you got to sand that down more?
Yeah, and I need to put these I bought new handles for the wheelbarrow.
Okay.
So I gotta put them on. But the wheelbarrow is full of all the wood, and I'm not gonna do this till all the wood's gone. So.
Okay.
So this window surround.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what it looks like with the paint on. I know you worked a lot on this thing.
I've worked my butt off on this window surround.
Yeah.
You
gotta do more
sanding.
sanding?
A little more sanding here. I'm not trying to make it perfect, but actually it's pretty darn nice. I'm just gonna do a little more hand sanding here.
What about up here? There's a little bit of spot here, I think. Well,
It's okay, that's up on the. I probably have to get that sand right. Power me up here.
okay. Cord.
What's up, everybody? How you doing today? Doing good. We're gonna finish this window surround. The restoration on that has been a long process. When it came to me, it was all busted up. There was no corner. I had to rebuild the whole corner here and basically fiberglass the whole thing to make it usable. So I need to do the finishing touches on it, and then we got the paint to hit that. All right. We were out today, and man, it is cold today here.
I think what I'm going to work on today, Rosie, I'm going to work on cleaning that and buffing, compounding, and work on cleaning that thing there, and maybe we can cut that thing at least. or something, or what do you want to work on? Just the frame?
Well, I want to get this thing.
Okay.
Because tomorrow, weather permitting, we should be able to finally hang this. You know, we've got the wall panel. We should be able to hang that,
Okay.
and then start framing the dinette. You know, I have to start putting the paneling on that.
Yeah, once we put the panel on, the dinette will be ready. Yeah.
It's going to need a lot of trim work on that.
Yep, a lot of trim work.
To make that look very elegant.
Yep. So this paint is going to dry overnight on this thing? On this...
Yeah, I'm not going to try to put it in today. You got to let it dry really well.
Yeah, let it dry, okay.
You know, because if anything touches that vinyl...
Nice and smooth,
Yeah, I need to just do the final thing. I want to make it virtually perfect when it goes into the coat.
Are you put another coat of primer on there?
No.
That's it for the primer?
That's it, yep. I'm just doing the final bit of sanding touch up on this. Hope everybody's having a good day here today. Yeah, so good to see. Hey Linda, how you doing? Hey Red Pill, hello everybody. Nice to see you today. How you doing, Icy? It's been a long process of restoration. Started with fiberglass and is just working its way to the end now. I think that looks pretty doggone good. I'd like the human fingers though to really make sure it is ultra smooth. As you know me guys, I can make it like new. Still a little raised there. Real nice. Never gonna be like it was when it was brand new, but it's pretty darn good considering how many cracks it had in it and everything. Nice. Had a lot to do on that. Had a lot of really bad cracks. And Marshall was like, yeah, I'm just going to throw it away because I thought you were going to build something out of wood. Man, I'm not building something out of wood. So you can see on the back of it all the fiberglassing that was done. Now I'm alright, Golden State. In my age, I'm all good. See on that? All that fiberglassing. If it was really bad cracked up in here. Now it's probably stronger than just the molded plastic here. But this whole corner had to be rebuilt over here. There wasn't a corner on it. We got that a few more little blurbs over here to be fixed, so I hope everybody's having a good day. Yeah, like really, make me a woodwind. I'm like, are you kidding me, man? You are joking, right? And I'm like, man, I'm not doing all that carpentry to develop that window surround. I said I'll have a crack at restoring it, you know, but I'm not gonna do all new wood. Sometimes when you say things, you know, it makes it seem easy, but you know, there's multiple curves on this thing, and you know, ain't no way on that. Just ain't gonna happen on that particular piece of restoration. So we're really into the detail items here now. I'm going to give this a little more of a go over here. you kidding me? I mean, I could, but I'm not getting paid enough for that kind of work. As it is, this turned out good. I don't know why in the heck that's pink there. Marshall, did you check that transmission spot?
Huh?
Or do I have to crawl under the coach?
No, I'm gonna get that tarp.
Yeah, all I need to know is
I'm gonna take a look at it now.
The rear seal, or is it the bell housing?
I know the rear seal is
or
leaking.
In the pan area.
Yeah, but last night I saw a bunch of oil around the pan area.
Okay.
So I never saw that before. So maybe this.
Well, if it's in that area, that's a good area. But I'm saying if it's in the bell housing area or in the seal in the back, that's not. Such
Well,
a
there's
good
three.
area.
You know, there's three areas. There's the transmission
the
pan.
The middle with the pan, and then the rear.
Right.
So if you can go down there carefully, kind of.
I'm gonna look right now and see.
Okay, because I'm wiping this down and getting ready to spray it. I've done the final sanding. Yeah. Yeah, with all the rebuilt corners. But it's no big deal if you're going to get the transmission fluid changed in the filter. It's no big deal.
Yeah.
Just put a fresh gasket on that.
Yeah, leave the gasket.
I always vote where a gasket is as opposed to a seal it's going to leak. That's my opinion. How's everybody doing today? Hey, Beta Boy Elvis. Hey, Janet, how you doing? Thank you for the info, Beta Boy Elvis. That has now been acted upon. I don't think the rear main seal is bad. Hey, Chris, how are you? Love your track pants. Yeah, these are just sweatpants, honey. You don't think I'm wearing good gear out of here? My nice Adidas pants? Come on, really? No way. No way. Well, it's Bungle in the jungle. It's right with me. Well, it's Bungle in the jungle. I don't know what that is there. How is the nomadic ninja today? Okay, good. I'm going to give this a good wipe down. Hey, Marshall, you got any shop towels that are clean?
Yeah, I got some back there.
What's it look like down there?
I just looked down after I cleaned it. It's you can see better visibility. I don't see any oil by the pan, so maybe it just I have to get it on the side.
Cumulative from being there for sitting a long time. I don't think you have a transmission leak. I don't think you have a transmission leak.
If you look at it now, there's a lot of you need a towel?
I'm doing it now.
Okay.
I've got that as smooth as I'm willing to
As
take
far
the
as
time.
behind it, are you going to spray anything behind it or not?
No, this is plastic. There's
Okay.
no need to spray anything behind. It's all been fiberglass to within an inch of its life.
Okay.
It's stronger than when made in the factory.
Okay.
Because all they did was injection mold a piece of plastic. That's it.
Right.
This now has fiberglass. This has a new rebuilt corner in it.
Because the only thing that the reason that thing got torn up is because you got the curtain that was sitting on the Luan, and this was, and every time you'd move the curtain, people would move it was cracked even before I got it. You move the curtain, the whole curtain track moves with the Luan, and it was tearing into it. You see what I'm saying?
Right, well,
But now with it being,
let's give this a tack coated of blue. Do you have the blue or is it inside here?
I think it's inside, right? You need a towel to wipe off the dust. Okay. Yeah, give it a shot. I'm looking forward to seeing what it looks like. I'm gonna look at the other side.
This has been a lot of hours in this one. Just be a tack coat on here.
Oh, you know what? I think I found a leak, Rosie.
Hold on a minute. That's a bright Assyrian blue, man. That is Assyrian royal blue right there, brother.
I need to go shopping. Steve give me a best deal on changing out that, doing the transmission.
I told you, go down to Hampton Way
and shop around and see who's got.
That's just a tack coat on there, just to get some color on it. That's a really blue though, Marshall.
Well, let's see.
But
How
it might give some pop to it, you know.
That's kind of brighter than I thought it was.
It is, but it might dry darker. I don't know.
Yeah. It looks good though.
It does look good. Well, the repair job on this was good. Yeah, that looks good. That's like a new surround now. That's just a tack coat on there. But it's supposed to be this dark.
It looks a lot lighter.
Yeah, it should darken up with the second coat. Should
Yep.
darken it up. So I don't want any drips on it or anything.
Still looks good though.
Still looks good. It's almost like new now. A lot of work went into this surround. So I'm gonna let that dry, get a cup of coffee, and look at the transmission thing down here. Is there a tarp I can crawl under the coach?
Yeah,
I'm gonna get a cup of coffee first, and then crawl down and take a
There's
look.
not one, but I think it's a good thing I cleaned it. And I'm thinking, I know it's leaking from the rear main seal, but now that I cleaned it, there's not one drop. So I don't know if it was. I don't know if it just how it wouldn't get all over it from the rear seal.
Remember, gravity's always going to exert to bring fluid from everywhere to the lowest
But the rear
point.
main seal is ahead.
Well,
It's
that's
in
what I'm
front
saying.
of the
But
gas.
even if it's ahead, it can still work
Travel
its way
down,
down and be.
'Cause now
the
it's as
thing
clear
is,
as
you
can
have
be.
to smell. You have to smell it and see whether it's Dextron or whether it's motor oil.
Well, I knew it was transmission fluid because it was pinkish.
Well, there you go.
See?
So, okay.
That's what.
That's a bright blue. It's probably going to be too bright. It probably was treated like a primer. It was a cheap try.
Well, let me get. Yeah, because it looks a lot brighter, right?
Yeah, it's very bright.
Yeah.
It's just there's nothing on the coach to match that. So,
But the cap is showing that it's darker. If you look at the cap.
well, maybe a second coat or something darker. you can just consider it a cheap prime coat too. So.
Yeah.
Whatever, but the repair job is good. You know, I mean, all the repair stuff for out there.
Yeah, it's kind of a brighter. I thought it
It's
would
a
be
very
darker.
bright. You know, it doesn't really look like that, does it? So.
No, yeah, let me look.
But a second coat and drying may darken that up. So I'm gonna get a cup of coffee.
Okay, I was gonna make you one too, but.
All right, guys, that's really bright. Let's see. Oh, thank you, Amy. That's sweet of you, honey. The important thing on this is the repair work. We can always get the color. This was
Let's
a
see
cheap
how it
color
matches
here.
if I could walk. See, actually,
But the repair
this is
has
lighter
been.
than this is actually lighter than the can, though. See,
Yeah, it
it's
is.
actually it's a tad darker, mine, right?
Well, a second coat might darken this up.
it.
Yeah,
It's
this
just
is darker
it's
here.
A little bit darker, yeah.
So I'm going to suggest we just call this a primer coat.
This is like a light navy blue. That's
Yeah.
more of like a bright ocean blue, basically, right?
Yeah.
It still looks good. Doesn't look bad.
Yeah, Chrysler said it'll darken up the more coats you put on, but I don't think it's going to be.
I don't think it's gonna. This is more of like a navy-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but we can call that a primer coat on there. But the window turned out good anyway. So. Yeah, we'll try second coating, and we got nothing to lose. That should darken it up. Yes, it is over a white primer. Here.
I think we'll have to probably be forced to go with the navy blue. There's
We
not
will,
much-
you know,
there's
either
not
the
much
navy
of
blue or the silver up here, the silvered blue,
all this stuff here.
which would be nice too.
Yeah,
you
that's
know.
a little bit too bright. That one, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, thank you,
remember
Judy.
You found the silver blue, right?
I can get the silver blue. I can get that. But where did I get that? Let me just think a minute. We went to not Pep
Boys.
Boys. Did we go to Pep
Yeah.
Boys? So,
You said it was hard to find at Walmart, and we got it at Pep Boys.
Yeah.
I remember. On
yeah.
Toohey Avenue.
Okay. Yeah, I remember it was over there. So,
Do
okay.
you remember the color it was called?
Yeah, I don't know what the color was.
That's a lot brighter
don't
than
know.
I thought it would be. I'm shocked.
Yeah, it is. It is. It's maybe somebody said because it's white primer underneath, it might go darker.
What
once
if you
it's
put some
on.
black primer on and then put that on
No,
top?
I'm not going to put black primer on. It's not going to make that much of a difference. I don't want this thing to fall over, so.
Can you spray it just on there and see what it does on the pegboard? See what color it is without the primer? If you just spray on the
You can
area.
see it right here. You know.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
You know, you can put a bit of the second coat on. It's going to be darker in there. You know. But it's still. It's a brighter blue, but there's
Yeah.
nothing in your coach that even comes close.
No.
I mean, we got fooled on that cap. We just have to go with the navy on that, you know. Okay.
Yeah, we got full on the cap because the cap is showing a lot darker
Right.
than what's
Well,
on the can.
this is now second coated in this area. Let that dry. That's
Let's
probably
see.
going to be closer to that when it dries. We're not going to know until it's darkening as it dries.
What's the
I'm
color of
looking
this?
for a really good match. Now,
Satin.
It's only a $4 can, so it's worth a try on it.
Yeah.
I know we can go over to Hawley Paint. It has all the 500 colors and find the exact blue, but it's going to be like $9 a can or something. It's all small batch manufactured, but it's going to be a
Perfect match for that vinyl.
But we don't have a Pep Boys retail, but we do have AutoZone and O'Reilly.
They might have
so
something.
they're kind of cheap. So
Yeah, I think if it matches the vinyl trim. Well, I mean,
or even the dark of the navy or something. I don't know. You know, you're gonna have to decide. But it's all very subjective. But that's just, to me, that's just too light a blue to stick in
Yeah.
against the vinyl. It's going to look like kind of like a circus show or something like that. So I would just call that a primer coat and just tomorrow's gonna be raining. We can go over and just get a better match.
Well, today's a good day for drying, though, right?
Yeah, it's a good day for drying, even though it's cold today. It's not going to affect this at all.
I guess you could just put a couple other coats on it, let it dry.
All the repairs have made it perfect again. You know, it's all, and this thing won't be on Luann anymore. It'll be on
the wood,
on that stock pegboard. So it's not gonna go in. And there's also wood behind that.
and there's some wood screws,
Exactly.
and it'll hold everything together.
It'll hold everything. It's not
That's the problem, you know. That's why it was.
I know.
You know, you got it on Luann, you got the curtain on there, and then you move the curtain and it tears into the plastic, you know.
I know.
And that's why I hated it. I was surprised you said you were going to save it. I thought that's the first thing.
You know, to build something like this out of wood is a big project, and for me to just grab, I'm very used to doing fiberglass repair work and things, and you can see now you have a perfect surround. It looks like it just got punched out of the
Factory, yeah.
And that's what you want, originality. You want to make.
I found a camper van in Florida that had the same plastic, and I was thinking, I'm like, let me see if I could take this out.
Yeah.
But again, I was with Mr. X and he rushed me out, so I couldn't. But yeah, I'm just shocked at the color. It doesn't match the cap. It's a lot brighter. What if you put like 2 coats on or anything?
Well, I just hit this area. This has now been second coated here. Yeah. Yes, it is darker.
A little bit, but
You
still.
can hold your material against it. See, you know, your vinyl, you can hold it against it.
See again. Back instead of what Mr. X picked.
Well,
Mr. X picked the god awful color. What is that going to have it look? Gray? Up there? This is prettier, right, than that, right? That's what he picked. He said, that's close to your coach. This is looks better, right? The blue? This is nice, right?
I'm not saying anything about Mr. X, okay? We have.
He said, you want it to be dark in here, man. Okay, so.
Just sit it next to it and see what you think.
It's brighter, you know, but it still doesn't look bad. I mean,
Yeah, it doesn't look bad. I mean, it has darkened up some. It does not look bad. Let me hold this cap on. It's actually pretty close. It's just a couple shades darker.
Maybe if you put a few coats on there,
Yep, maybe so.
it'll darken up. Maybe it will.
Maybe it will, and maybe it won't.
Yeah, put some good coats on there, Rosie. Let's see what it does.
I am, but I don't want any runs or anything. Got really good coating on it. So let's see what happens when that dries.
You didn't get that corner right there.
I didn't.
No. That. No, right here. You didn't get this area.
I don't want you spraying. You'll drip it
No,
all
I'm just saying
over.
you didn't get this area.
I did get this area. Didn't I?
You can still see the light down there, Rosie.
But
Okay,
now
it's.
Now it's got good. Okay. I don't want any friggin' runs in it.
It's pretty bright. Probably gonna be able to go with maybe. This is that ghetto south side color, right?
Everything with you is ghetto, ghetto, ghetto. I took him up to the fancy areas of Santa Rosa today. Big high dollar stuff.
Yeah, I got a new line for Rosie. Rosie lives in the slummy part of town in a small house on a small side street. But she's custom made with her Dave the Fisherman Skechers tennis shoes, her hoodie t-shirt, and her Ray-Ban Wayfarers.
There we go. That's the only good thing I got, right? Is the Ray-Ban.
And her cheap beauty supply ghetto wig.
Walmart wig, yeah.
Hey, you know what a buddy of mine kept on saying? He said, "Man, one day somebody's gonna grab that wig off of Rosie's
What's
head
it gonna matter, you know?
when she's chooching and say, "Get that camera off me, man."
I'd like to kick your friend's ass is what I'd like to do.
Well, it looks kind of light. It looks good, but this is a tad light. I thought it would be darker. Yeah, it's a tad light. Then I have to go with a darker color than this. Yep. It's a tad light. This is like a... What does this color remind me of?
We either gotta go with the silvery blue or we gotta go with the navy.
Navy, yeah. This is a very...
Because you have all the, in my opinion, and this is just my opinion, because you have all the white vinyl, now you have the blue for the buttons. It's not a navy blue. I'd be apt to go with the lighter silver blue to introduce another color into the interior.
Introduce another...
But like I say, it's your call what you want to do.
The silver blue looks great. It looks good. That would bring that would get a little bit of a pop out.
It gives some pop and it gives you 3 colors now instead of just
two.
But I think you can see that the main takeaway here is all the repair work is
That's
been
the
worth
main
it,
thing.
you know.
It was a lot of work, but it was worth it.
It was worth it to save that piece because I did not want to manufacture a surround.
Right.
I wanted to keep it as authentic as possible. So.
Yeah, the problem with this color is it's
not going to go dark enough, and it's not going to be the silver.
Right. And it's very bright. It is very bright. It's a very bright color.
Well, it's darker as it dries.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not so far from your vinyl now on there, but it is bright. But for $3.98 or whatever to give it a shot, it was worth it.
Well, I guess they don't let you test them in the store anymore. I used to kind of test them in the store and spray it on the shelf and stuff, but they don't let you do that. Yeah, they do that a lot of times in ghetto places, you know. But you know, Walmart, you know, in Chicago you can't get these.
I know you can't buy spray paint in Chicago.
Yeah, so.
Remember we had the hassle. We had to go all the way over to Niles, Illinois,
Right.
to get spray paint.
Right.
Unbelievable. I was like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
You say I live in a ghetto, you know?
Yep. Well, I'm gonna get to making me a coffee here. Yeah, this is a A little bit too bright. It's a little bit too bright. I'll have to go with a different color here. I thought this was gonna match it. It's a little bit too bright. Alright, I'm gonna make me a coffee. Go live on mine. All right. Mr. X Special.
A little too bold. Are you gonna put your music on? I want to look at that transmission thing down there.
I'm just gonna put on that jazz stuff.
That's fine.
Because I got one of the songs. Yeah. Well, one of the songs was that hip hop one is fine. But the other ones I played, you never know what you're gonna get. Pick the hip hop. Yeah, the hip hop. Well, I saw it with my flashlight. I got the money in the car for it.
We'll get under the coach, guys. We'll take a look under here.
Let me get you the car.
Yeah, here's this cord, Marshall.
You can see it from down here too.
Yeah, I want to just take a look at the whole drivetrain. I want to look.
Please don't play that crappy music.
Let's do a drivetrain inspection here. See if we're going to have to drop a drive shaft and transmission here. It's a nice thing, nice project on an afternoon. Is the light on?
Yeah, I'm putting it on right now.
Okay.
it, I'll hand it to you.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Take a look here. Marshall, you're gonna have to clip off those.
It's fine. I ain't going anywhere.
No, but it's on the exhaust. You're gonna burn up, and
It's not on the exhaust.
it is. It's laying right on it. The zip
What's
tie.
laying on it?
One of the zip tie tails is laying on the exhaust right there. You have the cutters.
The wire cutters. Which cutters you need? The red one?
Holy crap. I don't know if this guy's ever zip tied anything.
Here's the cutter if you want to cut.
Yeah, I just want to neaten these tails up a little bit here.
Okay.
The zip tie is good. I just don't want to lay this
Okay.
plastic, or else it'll be stinking up. Let me sit this down in here.
But from the front here, you can show the people the.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm just sitting the phone down first. Get this stabilized. Here. Let's take a look under here. Got under here. Let me just sit that. Well, I clipped these off. I just don't want this done with these stinking up on you here.
Yeah, only other place I got a zip tie is here by the hood. Take this battery out and try to zip tie it to the other.
Well, I think if you just put it against the back firewall, you should be okay on that. If there's any place to do that on the black. Let's see.
That was a heck of a job to zip tie that.
All right, I'm gonna slide under here. I know it was a big job,
It was a big time.
but you got a good connection on the chassis.
Took me 2 days to do all that from the front all the way to.
Yep. Let's go under here now and take a closer look. What's going on in this pan?
You can see where the torque converter is.
Yeah,
at.
I see that.
That's where the buildup is at. There, the fans.
Yeah, but I'm looking back here more at the rear down here. And I can already tell you, you need a new gasket on your transmission pan. Yeah, and then we have this here. That's transmission fluid there. That's water there.
Yeah, probably the gasket is leaking on the fan.
It is. The gasket is definitely leaking on the pan.
Oh, it is?
100%, yeah.
How can you tell?
Because I'm looking at the edge of it here, and I'm looking at these. There's some water in here. Did you spray under here at all?
Yeah,
Huh?
I put after I put the cleaner on, I wiped it with a towel, and then I.
Okay, so I have no basis to tell then right now. I have to let this dry good. Yeah, okay, because I'm assuming I'm just seeing transmission.
Yeah, no, that was water,
Okay,
that's water that hasn't dried.
okay. Then we gotta wait till that. When did you spray that down?
Just last night.
Last night. Okay, that's still going strong. Looks okay on the housing up front.
What's that?
I don't see any like fresh drips or anything. What I see a lot of is water down here.
Well, those are just water probably.
Yeah, so we can't really tell anything till this dries.
Yeah. If you look at the torque, where the torque converter is at, where the engine meets the transmission, that's where you have a lot of buildup. There's a slow leak coming out of there. I think it's leaking now.
Yeah, I gotta go forward on the I gotta reposition the tarp if I'm gonna see that.
Yeah, you can come up.
You gotta pull the tarp forward.
You can come up.
Can you pull it forward? I'm gonna go under from the front.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go get my coffee first.
Okay.
There's fresh coffee if you want some. I don't know if you
I'm
want.
gonna make some nice.
We'll just slide under the front. I'm glad he cleaned it up though, because it's easier to tell fresh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you sit over here, you can see more. Actually, you get a better viewpoint.
Yeah. So let that sit there a minute, and I'm gonna get a cup of coffee.
You can see more from this side, from the front. But it's clean. I don't think the pan is leaking.
No, it doesn't. Well, I thought it was, but then you told me you sprayed it, so we can't really ascertain anything till that's dry. But I can look at the bell housing and see that. Also, I want to examine the rear seal on that too. So just give me a couple minutes, because you know a lot of cars will have a leaky rear seal. Is it worth dropping the drive shaft and all that crap and pounding it out? Probably not. Looking at final dry color on there. Yeah, I think it's going to be too bright. Right. We can open the hood and get some more light under there too. How you doing? What do you think, Mr. X? That's a little bright over there, huh? But that window surround worked out good for the repair. Hydro dipped. Yeah, but the color's too bright, Mr. X. It's not, you know, it's not going to really match the new vinyl, but it's all we have to do is get the silver blue. We can either go with this color, which I like, or the dark blue here that we used. How you doing, Jen? Yeah, I'm just gonna take we're gonna take the box lid over for the generator. That's got the color. I'm just having a cup of coffee here before we get underway. Start checking this cruise control. Yeah, I'm going to have a snip of the transmission. I'm going to have a look at the transmission fluid.
You really can't tell if there's any, because what it is, when it comes down from that rear seal, it burns up. And you really...
Oh, it'll still be down. If it burns up, then you don't have enough to worry about.
Well, what I'm saying is it doesn't get to the ground. It'll hit the area and then burn, So it's not a huge... That's what it's...
When was that?
When I had that leak, but I still got to change it.
When was that leak?
In Chicago.
Yeah,
before I got on the roof. June or whatever. It was a little fitting. There's a towel. Yeah, it was over. Well, because I
You've driven from Chicago to Arizona through California. The fluid looks fantastic.
most of them leaked out, I had to put new fluid. When I had that leak, that's why it doesn't look brown. But the gasket, and I think there's a filter in there.
Yeah, there is a filter.
Yeah.
You need to put a,
and then I'll put Lucas
in there,
Lucas
and you'll be good to go.
Same thing with the engine too. I'm going to change
with
the
the
engine.
engine. That looks good. Doesn't look like you've lost it.
No, I don't. I've always checked it. I think. Yeah. Check this. So. You gotta get it in there tight. You can't lie. What do you think we could do about that? You think that?
I'm going to start doing some electrical testing on the cruise.
Yeah. You think we can zero down if we could?
I've got to find the ground connection. Ground connection generally just don't come off.
We'll have to pull this battery out because it's in the way. Yeah, that needs to be changed. The engine oil. I've got the filter there.
That was good. It will certainly become apparent the distance from Chicago to Arizona to up to California.
See, I thought before there wasn't a leak, but then when somebody had looked at it, and there was a. That's why I got to get that area cleaned up. If you get it more cleaned up with the degreaser, You can see exactly where it's coming from. You know what I'm saying?
Let's see that. Let me just scroll under and look at that rear seal. I'm happy with what I see about those fluid levels.
I think we need to spray some degreaser on there, some really good, and let. I'm gonna get down there and then just hose it off basically, so we can get an ultra, you know, clean. But I'm gonna need to get me an alternator. I need to put this alternator in. I don't think there's much to it to put it in, right? I think I'm gonna get it.
It's going to be a job to force that thing, especially the undersized alternator. It's going to be a horse to get in there.
There's a lot of room actually.
There's a lot of room, but you just have to. Yeah, that should be doable.
Plus alternator that I can as well. Big problem.
First thing I like to do is just visually inspect the vehicle.
But that's everything else in the rig. You know,
Yeah,
new radiator. I got a new starter. I got a new master cylinder that we put in. Everything, all the components are different, but that alternator is.
I think the brushes in that alternator are pretty much worn.
I think if I get that new alternator, I'm not going to have a voltage problem because everything else, the voltage regulator has been changed, everything's been changed. Chargers, that thing needs to come out. So,
Your power steering pump has been good. No issues with that.
well, that one of the hoses is leaking to that. There's two hoses that go into that, and one of them is leaking. So I have to always
How
fill it
bad
up.
is the leak on that?
It's you know you gotta fill it. You gotta fill it up once every few weeks. It's got to leak. The hose, not the pump itself. So that's got to be.
That's a high pressure hose too on that.
Yeah. But this alternator is really
You
important.
got your flashlight?
Uh,
I guess I could find mine. Let me just grab mine. Hold on a minute. Can't find my good light. Yeah, we gotta really clean that shop tomorrow. Gotta definitely clean that. I don't have a good light. I don't have a good flashlight, so.
I got a flashlight.
Must be leaking at the return hose down there.
I got it right here if you want.
Yeah, I'd hate to. It looks like it's leaking at the return hose there.
Yeah, it's leaking at the
down there.
See, part of the hose I think is metal and hose. So all you got to do is just change the hose.
Yeah, this hose is molded with a.
You can take it off basically.
Yeah.
Instead of buying the whole part. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a mighty frisky hose right there. Hey Lacey, how you doing, sweetie? Huh. That's probably where it's leaking up there. Yeah, I guess that hose has had it. Actually looks like it's got a little bit of a split in it. Oh boy, let's do the crawl. I don't want to get myself totally wrecked up under it. There's a nice grease spot. Oh, man. Ugh.
what I was going to ask you about the alternator. We
I'm
take
down
this
there
alternator-
looking at the seal. The worst thing is the power steering pump. You're going to need that return hose down there.
Well, the thing is that hose is metal and rubber.
I know it
it's
is.
cheaper. It's cheaper just to buy the rubber and fit it on there than buying the whole part.
How are you going to
'Cause
fit the
actually
rubber
that-
on a high pressure hose?
That metal part there, that's not a Dorman doesn't sell that. It's by Ford.
Yeah,
You can't get it because Ford makes it. Dorman doesn't make it.
Yeah, but I'm saying
So you have to get. What I do with the other side is I put the rubber.
no. It should be a Dana Corporation part. It shouldn't be a.
I don't think.
It should be Dana Corp. Is the,
Right. But okay, the question about the alternator is
Well,
this. This is what
can
I
I
wanna
just
ask you.
look at the? Can I continue looking at the pump for a couple minutes?
Sure, yeah, go ahead.
Because you see, you have to have some flexibility because your engine
It's a pressure.
is moving
Right.
and your steering column is static, so you really need to have that, that rubber connection. So you tell me you can't get that hose anymore?
Well, there's two hoses on there, right? I don't want
Yeah,
to get confused.
I'm talking
One
about
of
the
them is
lower
part rubber and
hose.
part metal, and the other one
Yeah,
is,
the hard. Yeah, the.
I already changed the other one. Actually, the other one was part rubber and metal, but I just bought the hose, and had it changed out because
Okay.
I don't think aftermarket makes that. They don't make the. I don't believe they make the part. Maybe they do, but I don't believe when I was looking for it, they didn't make it.
Okay. Now,
So,
what
but
about
the
the
question
alter?
about
What do
the
you want
alter-
to? Okay.
Okay, we have this alternator here, and Narsa always makes that comment. Hey, brother, you know if you get you a big alternator, you're gonna kill your gas mileage. You know. Anyways, the question is this: that alternator is a certain alternator, whatever kind it is, right? What is the as far as can we get a bigger one, or is it gonna? In other words, is bigger better, or what? Or there's no limit, or do we have to
Well,
get?
there will be a
what's-
limited manufacturer
right.
that will correctly fit and size to this this engine.
But I'm saying
this
that
V8.
amps. What I'm saying is, we're talking about amps. Can we go higher, or do we have to get exactly what's in there? Now we've got three
No,
batteries.
I
Remember,
would. Yeah, I
this
would
thing is charging
upsize
3
it a little
batteries
bit.
now.
It's
Yeah.
not going to be enough to. Yes, RV Freedom said the hose is $12 on Rock Auto. There, that hose.
Right.
You need
But-
to make sure it's a high pressure one. Regular hose, rubber hose, isn't going to cut it.
Right.
On there. Anyway,
But no, the alternator, can we get? Does it like how many amps? When we find out how many amps this is or whatever this thing is, how much higher can you go than what's already in there? Because the
I
higher
would think
amps,
without having to get involved in isolators and all that crap, probably 25% larger. Thank you.
well, we don't have
It's a
an,
gate.
It is a Gates 359,470.
359470 hose. So,
it's a special.
well, that's it. It's got all the curves and all the bends that you need to accommodate
Right.
that. So, I wouldn't be
This-
messing with just a regular rubber hose.
This alternator is something that's very important to do because now you got.
Well, you know what?
3
I'm not
batteries.
going to be doing the alternator.
Right.
Okay, that's not something that I'm going to tear into. Number one, I don't feel like working in a doghouse kind of area here to pull that thing off.
I think Mr. X said there's only. I think Gerald changes. There's only 2 bolts holding it, right?
Well, there's 2 bolts holding it, and there's a static. There's a for tightening.
Right.
But as far as what I'm willing to do, I just don't feel like tearing into that kind of work. But maybe you do. I don't know.
Do you have to get it from the bottom, right?
Well, you have to get the bottom one. I think is tightening to put the. Let me see here. Where you're doing the tightening on here. Obviously, this is the pivot point right here for the whole unit here, and then it's got to be pushed out a way to tighten it. So tightening is probably down in that arm right down there. So there's really one bolt to hold it. on there, and then the other one to pivot and tighten.
Well, you got to take the belt off and put the belt on.
Yeah, you got to, and that's a real, well, it might be enough you can loosen it enough that you can, don't have to take the serpentine belt off all the way.
You said I've got to make a better connection on this thing too here, right?
This connection is really bad here. Yeah, this is a bad one. We should probably take care of that. Is there enough slack on here? You know, let me see this. There's a lot of things that need to be upgraded here. That's a really poor connection right there. But it's not as bad as people believe it is. I mean, it's just like when you put your heater on full and your lights, your alternator should at least not lose, your charging system should not at least lose ground to drain your battery.
That is losing.
Now you've got a new voltage regulator on here. We already put that on, right?
Yep.
The new voltage regulator on there. So
this alternator is
it's 30 years old. I'm sure the brushes are. You asked before, could you just put could you put the same spec alternator in there and expect the performance to improve? I would say yes, somewhat, but I don't know if it's going to be enough to carry the load under full.
Now you have 3 batteries.
Yeah,
you have
3
a solenoid.
batteries.
You have, you know,
right.
It's
so. That's not, I mean, it's just, to me, it's a pain in the butt to get, you know, you got these hoses that are here,
right.
And you've got to get a wrench on there, down there. I mean, it's
I've seen
it's
Gerald
doable.
change his out, and it didn't seem that hard.
Yeah.
I seen him do it on this.
I don't think it's that hard, but when you get into it, you better be able to finish it, you know? And to me, I hate to do engine work in a doghouse environment where everything's pushed back in there. But that doesn't look like the hardest. That doesn't look like the hardest thing to do. So my thought in terms of what the batteries are and in terms of the voltage regulator, the alternator was already starting to.
Right.
Even with one battery, it was lagging.
Yeah,
It's got to go.
Yeah.
Now the good news, they're $80 or so for an alternator.
Right.
Yeah.
But if I can find somebody here to do it cheap, I just got to go shopping around and see, you know, who would.
Yeah, because for me, my days of being a grease monkey with that are kind of over. I just don't feel like busting my knuckles.
So is it 3
my
bolts
hands are
holding
finally getting better now, and I just it's a 1 pivot bolt at the top, 1 tightening bolt at the bottom.
So
it's
this
really
got,
like it's really 2 bolts.
Is that the
But
hold
I don't
on
have
for the
enough
battery
light
here?
to really tell. Where's your flashlight? Did you take it inside
I didn't
again?
take it. I gave it to you.
Yeah, well, I looked and then handed it back to you, right?
Oh, you handed it back to me.
Yeah.
Okay, there's
That's what'll happen, Zeus. You'll get in there. It's hard to believe there wouldn't be a tightening bolt unless you're using an idler or something to tighten that down. That's what I'm saying. The tensioner. Well, that's what they mean, the tensioner. And I don't feel like dicking with all this stuff, to tell you the truth. You know, the tensioner should be replaced. Like they said, the old alternators used to have a slide. Rail that you tighten it. You got like a crowbar in there and put pressure on and then tighten it. And, you know, now it's all about tensioners and, yeah, we see it. Yep, there's there it is. You just tighten it right there. Yeah, I didn't sign up for this. I didn't sign up for this. Might be pretty easy. I don't know. I guess he'll eventually talk me into it. Yeah, spring loaded idler wheel right there. I'm afraid if he does, it'll snap the electronics off the back of it. Hey Allison, how you doing, Uber Goober? Yeah, I don't think one of my, I've been turning this work over to the my Mexican friends on the side alleys for about 5 years. I'm just too old to crawl under coaches and bust my knuckles anymore. Probably charge $100 labor to slap that thing on. Yeah, day 12. Thank you, big score. Actually, day 15 of no smokes. So, yeah, they'll do it for him, and it'll be done. It'll be done quickly. Do it for a cup of coffee and $20. Yeah, my knees have been hurting, and finally my hands are finally okay again, and I'm feeling pretty good. But things are in better shape. I mean, things look pretty good underneath of the rig. Yeah, you got to protect the tatas. I can barely slide under the coach. Yeah, we did do that secondary battery. We're here. Got that tied in real nice.
I might be able to find a mobile mechanic. Look on Craigslist.
Well, I'm just saying, I think for $100 somebody would change that out for you.
For $100, yeah.
Yeah, I think it'd be a cheap fix on there to do that. Honestly, Marshall, I'm just too old these days to go busting my knuckles behind all these hose clamps and all this stuff. Yeah, it's the tensioner, releasing the tensioner, and then taking the belt off and everything.
I've seen Gerald changes.
Yeah, it's probably a really quick one.
He did it in, I think, less than an hour. I've seen him on video.
And I just think sometimes I just know the limit, but I don't know if I would attempt it, Marshall, but I'm afraid you might snap the electronics off the back of that. But, the alternator's cheap. What is it, $80 or something?
Yeah,
for that
depending on which one you get.
Oversized alternator.
Well, I have to look and see, but...
Yeah.
I think it's something that I definitely need. It's definitely
Yeah, there's 2 house batteries now in here. Yep.
yeah.
And
See, I get all my parts at Advance Auto Parts, so you can get a 30% off coupon if you buy them online. They deliver them to the store. You pick them up in the store.
okay.
And you can get 25-30% off. And then plus I'm going to take this in. They're going to give me a core.
Yeah,
So,
they're usually coupled in a. They're usually under a little protective cap or something, or they're on a clip-on thing. So.
But that is a must. That's like
Yeah, there's stuff to take off, and I don't feel like mucking around. I mean, normally I would do it. Just get my wrench in there and loosen the top and the bottom, and loosen the tensioner. I mean, I might end up doing it. I don't know. It's not a mega job. The more I've looked at it now and everything, but
Gerald
it is
made
a 2-bolt.
He did it on. He
Yeah.
got it on his channel. It didn't seem that
Yeah.
there was much to it. The only thing is, if you get the belt off, then that's a job. To put that
Yeah, I
belt
think
back
this
on.
probably has a. I'm looking here, and it appears that it has a side plug on it, Steve. Yeah, I think we can see it right here. I wish I had your flashlight, Marshall. It has this side plug on there. I don't know if you can see that on there. Can't really see it in there, but it's. Yeah, I know I do. I really don't want to. Yeah, that one has the field and stator control on the side plug there, so it's not the biggest job, but I hate to have to suspend that thing while you put it, somebody's got to hold it while the other person rams that top pivot bolt through there, and that's kind of
You take this battery out here, you have a lot of room in this area.
well, it's not going to give you that much more room because you got a battery tray
you got a
down here.
battery
That's
tray.
not going to, in my opinion, Marshall, I don't know if that's going to give a lot more room, but this has to be lifted out. This alternator has to come out from the top. You got to be able to get a grip on it so you don't go through a hose or something like that.
I'm trying to get you to this flash on this thing.
Yeah, the batteries are fully charged, Bruce. No worries. We're on shore power here with the converter box doing a continuous, not so much the engine, but the house batteries are. But he's monitoring the charge level on the engine battery.
Here, this has got a flashlight if you want to use it.
I'm good now. I saw it, the connector on there. Yeah, I already did. It just didn't seem like it was putting out. Yeah, I don't think they're going to be able to pull that in a shop down there. I don't think they have to put it on a lift. What you're going to have to do is grab it from right here, and you're going to have to lift that baby out through here. And it's going to be a knuckle buster. So, yeah, I only did that for a second, and I've burned an alternator before. I burned an alternator on my 2005 Mazda 6 or whatever the heck it was, 5 or. Yeah, that's cool. Unbolt that. It comes out with the alternator. Yeah. I just don't feel up to it at my age. I'm not that friggin' old, but I'm gonna be a pussy on this one. Hey matey, yeah, 15 millimeter bolt. You guys talking about silver, you think that's pretty good? Maggie, the dinette's ready to go in. We're just got to get this window surround painted the right color, which I finished all the repair work on it, sanded it. It's really like new here. Yeah, I probably could, Steve. I'm feeling lazy though, you know what I mean? I'm not sure if I want to or else come in like the cavalry at the end. All the repair work is done. All new corners have been manufactured here. But this is a little too light, this color. A little too bright. This thing was a cracked mess. And it was all, I refiberglassed the whole shooting match here. This is a totally new corner up here. Yeah, it looks pretty good now. So I tried to do this vent cap today, but they had just cut that off. We have a action vent for that down there. You can't sleep with that open. That gray tank vent needs to be put on. But I think that's glued in there, so I need to put some type of coupling on there. Thank you, Craig. Yeah, I'm good, Maggie. I'm good. It's the end of the line. I mean, the dinette is ready to go at any moment to put the trim on and the panels. It's all ready to go. We've got the panels already cut, ready to go on. That's ready to go. That turned out good. The converter box has all been done. So we will see. Oh, Miriam, it'll be back next month. It's no big deal. It's just YouTube being YouTube. Their automated intelligence, is all screwed up. AI. No, we're just gonna match the color on the outside. Don't tell me when you had it. Give me a date. Yeah, give me a date. June, May. Yeah, and you did 2,000. You did over 4,000 miles, and the level's still fine with it.
Right. It's not like it's not.
That's what I said. I don't see anything catastrophic about the transmission. I don't see anything catastrophic about the engine oil and the level of that. Hell, the thing's only got 80,000 miles on it. sorry I don't have a couple. I might have a coupling piece in the plumbing box for that. I'm not sure. We've got to find a piece to couple this vent. We got this vent here. See that area there? But that can't remain open there.
That's a lot of smell.
Yeah, it's bringing in a lot of smell. It's not good for your health to have that. So I'm trying to find a. I'm trying to see if I have a coupling in the plumbing box to do that 1.5-inch coupler in there. So trying to sit this thing up for you guys.
I'm gonna make a quick phone call real quick.
All right. I'm gonna see if I can find a piece for that, Marshall. Okay.
Oh, hey,
Hey, this might fit over.
Rosie,
the
I
end
want to
of-
show you something real quick.
This might fit over the end of that.
My buddy doesn't like to wear glasses. He wears contacts.
Who?
This is my buddy, 401k Ray.
Oh, there he is. Okay.
That's him.
Yeah, nice looking guy.
But he said he doesn't like to wear glasses. Makes him
So
look
he
old.
goes down to Mexico or Dominican?
He goes to Puerto Vallarta.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if this is too small to fit or not. Got a lot of connectors in the plumbing supply, but I think this is going to be too small. Too small. Yeah, I don't think it's healthy to be sleeping over top of sewer gas, you know, in there. 'Cause there's no P-trap or anything in there.
Yep. Yeah, Mr. X, you know what his idea was, Rosie? He said, man, just tie a plastic garbage bag on top. Just tie a plastic bag on there, man. Just call it a day.
Well, this looks like an 1.5-inch connector right here, Mark. If we
Okay.
could cut that square, we could pop it right on here. Problem is right now it's not square here. I think that'll do the job. Can't have somebody breathing that in. That's a good way to get disease and stuff. need to do another adapter in here. I got the perfect connection here, Marshall. For that. I think that's going to slip right over that. I even got some.
But let me ask you something. The RV vent caps, the one that, okay, the one, is there another one that's on there?
You have one at the kitchen.
Okay, my question is the RV vent cap the same thing like that?
Yes.
There's no difference.
Yep.
There's no difference in the way.
This is called an action vent. The only time this vent opens is when fluids or things are coming in and it closes.
Okay.
I have the same thing on the roof of the Shine Shack because the stink was coming from inside
really?
the thing. Yeah.
So you got a tank, you got a vent line up there?
Yeah, I got two vents up there.
Oh, okay.
The stink was coming out. I had to put these action vents on to stop the stink.
All right.
This will fix this. Yeah, that'll be fine. I just got to get some of the cement here. Finish this once and for all so you're not sleeping over that crap.
Yep.
It's a wonder that doesn't fry your brain smelling that all the time.
All right, I'm popping on live. Invalid credentials.
I wanted to do that since Chicago. But I never took the time to do that.
Let's see.
Let's be nice today.
Okay. All right. Hey, I'm gonna take that trim off real quick. Rosie, can you find me a washer screw that'll go in this thing so I could put that strap on?
Yeah.
This size? I'm gonna put it
I'm
on.
gonna have to help you down there. Man, I got everything here at the Rancho.
Woo!
Oh, brother. Can't be having that stuff because somebody cut the vent stack there. Just hand tighten, that's good. won't ever smell this again. Alright. Alright, that takes care of that. Chicago. But these action vents are really nice. I got one myself. That's great. Red pill. One way to preserve our ozone layer. Anyway, I feel better when somebody's doing that, you know. Yeah, I keep so many plumbing parts on hand here. I got to go inside and change my crossover pipe between the two drains in there. Hey PJ, we're looking at a new vent, action vent here.
Well, do you know if we put that other piece, that trim, do we put it in the shop?
What piece of trim?
The one that goes over here.
Everything we put in the shop, Marshall. Everything.
So, am I just going to reuse this, or are you going to cut a new piece of wood here for this?
A Bluetooth.
I need to do these trims over here. I've got to do these 3.
Well, what about the compounding and stuff? Are you gonna? What do you want to
take this off right now?
Which thing do you want to take off?
This needs to come off because I've got to do these to when we put this panel on to finish the trim and put this thing on. So these got to be. I'm gonna.
So what do you need me to do?
What I'm saying is, are we going to go with the same wood here?
No, that's a Luann.
Huh?
That's a Luann, isn't it?
Yeah. We don't have any of this, right?
We do. Yeah. Let's see what we got in the shop. Let me see what we
just
got.
had the other.
Yeah, it's fine. Let me see what we got here. Okay. I was just showing everybody the action vent there. For now, you won't have to smell that anymore.
Did you get it on there?
Yeah. We're gonna have to remove that vent cap above too, that stack.
I want to get this thing out too because I want to put the new buttons, and I need to put some trim over here because I couldn't get this to go on right either. I had to force myself to go with these.
I wouldn't even mess with that, you know.
Well, I know, but
if it's messed up, if it's hard to get on, then it's gonna set us back.
What I'm saying is, I had to
just change out the button tops on it.
You can't because these are a different they're different kind than a Dura Snap. These are from West Marine, and there's a plastic. It's a plastic thing on there. You can't. So.
Well, then just for now, just let it go like it is. You know.
I don't like the way it looks.
Yeah, I know, Marshall, but now you're talking about taking a whole nother panel off here.
It's just.
And you didn't like the way you fit it in to begin with.
Because it broke. Because
the Luann broke. Saying. So now we got to cut a whole new piece of wood and put everything down there.
No, I can put this back because it's the matching color. I just need to get a trim here, and I need to get the right.
What kind of trim do you want to put there?
Whatever we got, because it's the panel.
Let me see what's in the shop.
My camera
want the original Luan thickness, you can cut some off of this thing. We only need this edge. Right? You can cut some off of here if you want to, salvage that. It's thin.
We don't have any Luan, huh? We're out of it.
Well, this is the old Luan. We have the new Luan.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yeah, but I can't. You're gonna have to get it out from behind here without breaking up everything.
Might not have to reuse this, but this was that part that went by. This was the one that went by where the closet was at. I wonder if this will. No, I don't know if it'll. I wonder if I could reuse this thing. That's a little bit.
No, that's not going to work for the closet.
But I'm saying I have this vinyl if I need it anywhere else to patch up. I
Right.
got some of them are torn.
Right.
I just want to get it out of there. So,
Okay.
yeah, and I want to move on to. I want to get to the trim. I can start finishing up the trim. Because the buttons are coming, so I just want to get it out of the way. And I can start off with this one, and then this one, and then, you know.
Well,
But at least we got this one as a scrap because I got some of those that are torn up.
I'm going to start. I've never really tightened a frame yet, so I'm going to go ahead and start tightening the bed frame. Okay.
And
That's got to be
done.
done.
The leg right here, right?
Yeah, right.
Okay.
We need to have a leg.
And I
that's
don't think
supported.
you tighten the water tank. Those are loose either.
Well, they can be tightened at any time.
Okay.
Here, I had to give it a little bit of leeway to its. It should shift a little bit. It shouldn't be.
So the top of this thing, you think it'll look good with some white vinyl or blue vinyl on top of this or not?
I would just put a piece of carpet on top of it.
Just put a piece of carpet?
Yep.
Okay. All right.
The vinyl's going to get cut. It's going to get. It's just going to be gross. You know. So let me put my barrel here.
I might as well try to throw this in the washer too, see if this will clean up. This doghouse cover. Just watch your head when you're coming in here because this panel here. We'll take that off.
Water in this thing. That's so gross. I'm all greasy today now from being under the rig. It's time to tighten this puppy up. Do 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 do. Put another leg in there too. I'm going to build that leg all the way up but I don't know what the floor situation with the then we got the gas tank again.
I think you'll just have to you'll just have to put a leg in there, but don't go to the floor then. I guess it's something. Yeah, a resting.
Inside it is. I'm not going down.
Yeah, don't go there.
The gas tank.
Yeah, if you do that, that'll be good.
There's your right over.
Okay. Let me get that.
The music's okay. It doesn't bother me. It's just background noise. If you're busy, it's just something. Now you need to set up for this gray tank holders, right? So let me get that side.
I'm gonna move you guys in the coat. I'll take this off.
Turn that crap music off or we all leave.
I heard it. Let me come back and read it. What do we get here? Turn that crap music off. It's not my music.
It's copyright free because the other ones is rendered. Get your own copyright. I'm gonna take this screw off over here. Buttons off. Star thing to take the seatbelt thing off here? I gotta get it so I can get the seatbelt off. Remember the star remover?
You're gonna have to search for it in the toolbox in the bottom.
It's on the toolbox?
Yeah, it should be in the bottom. The torque set. I'm hoping it is.
On the big one?
Yeah, at the base on the bottom of it. Should be the torque set. Should be in there in a plastic bag.
Is it this thing right here, Rosie?
No.
It's in the toolbox?
Yeah, the base of the toolbox, I believe.
What happened? Are you alright? big bang. One fell over. My whole tripod over. So is this it right here? Is this it right here? What is this thing?
It's a whole bag I have, a black plastic bag.
It's not even better.
This long. Look around. I don't know where it is. If you hang a little pin in there.
A plastic bag.
Thank Lisa for, I think you knew about Lander. She was asking about Lander, automotive, Lander in Arkansas.
Oh, Lander.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
gave
yeah,
you $5. She's asking you about it.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Well, go talk to her, yeah. Sean, it's not it's okay. It doesn't bother me. I've got work I'm doing here. I'm so amused with music, it doesn't bother me at all.
Oh, thank you, Lisa. 15 plus 20. Thank you, Lisa. God bless you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Give Lisa a big woo.
I think I'm gonna secure the water pump. Hey, how you doing, Susie? What's going on? Nice to see you.
Maybe it's not the right size. I don't know. God, this is tough. Yeah, that one.
Getting these connections all neatened up.
Are you done with the Ryobi?
Yeah.
You get it back so you get this thing out of here. Where's my thing at? Will we paint this a different color, Rosie? This metal here?
Huh?
This metal from Ford.
What about it?
Can we paint it a different color?
I don't know. What's it go to?
The side here. Finish this off with this metal.
hit that water pump for me a second, just make sure that connection's still good. Yeah, it's good. Okay, thank you.
I gotta figure out how I'm gonna get this thing out. I couldn't get it out of here. Can't get a grip on this thing. Blue vinyl, I want to staple it on top of this. I hate this stuff. I'll take that out. This to be washed.
You get it? Yeah, I got the water pump secured down today. Just getting some stuff put away in the back. Preparatory to cutting the panels for the bed here. You didn't have to remove the panel, could have stayed, okay? The buttons could have just been recoupled.
What do you mean? I gotta cover the whole thing. I wanna cover.
Where's the panel?
It's up there.
And in this one?
Yeah. I had to break it off and get it off. I didn't know how to get it off. So. Let me try then. Let me get
I
my
can't
glove.
get enough of a grip on
That torque strip, Jake. Let me try it.
That's as much as I can close, but it's not even beginning to. Let me get it. Open it now.
Well, it's moving now.
It is.
Why don't you get it from here? Why are you getting it from here?
Because I don't want to bust up this up. Things in there like a rock, man.
You gotta work around it, just cut a hole in the thing.
So what's happening? Cut a hole.
Cut a hole in the panel. What if you get
Well,
more?
what are you gonna do about the seatbelt thing?
What am I gonna do about
I
this?
don't know. You seem like a letdown to me out here. Huge project. You have to think.
You want me to hold that?
Can you get this thing off of here?
How do I get it on?
Push down on here.
Oh, okay.
Okay, you have to close them up right there. Yep.
Close these up and then do what?
Close them up and it'll open. And I'm going to see if I can get a still suspension.
I'm gonna pull it.
Stand by. There it goes.
There it goes.
All right.
Man,
You're lucky you're working with a genius.
what is that called?
This is called the Stilson wrench.
Well, we gotta give it another turn, I think, Rosie.
No, you get in there with your Torx thing and set it up, okay? This is the last resort.
I'm gonna have to tell them a Stilson wrench.
Yep.
Do you know one time they changed the CV axle on
The
my?
only thing I can think of that I could possibly get a grip on that thing that could
Hey,
tear that loose,
they
which
had
it
this,
did.
I had this guy change out the CV axle on my Celica.
Yeah.
He had a pliers that was as big as this tripod.
Yeah.
He came in there and took it. The guy was trying to get it out by his hand. He came out there. I mean, it was about this big.
Yeah.
And he hooked it on it and pulled it right out. The whole CV axle came right out.
Well, I
I
always
don't
say,
know what they call that thing, but it's-
use a bigger hammer. You like my style though, Marshall?
Well, that's
They never made a bolt in the world I couldn't get out. Remember, man, I used to do marine crap. I used to work on marine engines.
Windows computer is spending 5 hours to do the stupid updates.
Yeah, I spent working on 2,000 horsepower diesel marine engines. The boss doesn't want to hear I can't get it out. The boss just wants to hear I got it out. Yeah.
Well, you got to have the right tools.
Well, this is not the right tool, but it's the right workaround for it. So
I think, can we get another? I think the inside of this thing is stripped.
it can't be stripped.
It is. Can we?
How can it be stripped?
Can we buy another?
No, I'm going to tighten it with the Stilson wrench. I'm not going to buy another piece. No, just get the SOB out of there.
This won't grip it. See?
Marshall, we can't be that stripped out on that
It
thing,
is.
are we?
I'm trying to say this thing is. The thing is stripped. You got to get it out. Let me see this thing. It's stripped. There's no traction. Let me push this back.
There's nothing. It's my tool.
That's your
Remove that
tools.
and put it back in my toolbox.
You
Got
gotta.
a Stilson wrench.
Yeah. We got to get another torque screw. This thing is stripped.
I'm only going to use a Stilson wrench to tighten it, Marshall. I'm not getting another torque.
Why can't we get another
It
one?
came off with the Stilson wrench. It can go on with the Stilson.
Let me get out of your
Watch
way.
your head.
It came out, but we got it. The thing is stripped. You got to get another. I got to get another. Do they sell those things?
Who knows? I guess they do.
Or can you use something different? Why does it have to be a Torx? Can it be a different one? Fit that drum?
Because I guess
I don't think it has to be the Torx. It could be anything that fits that hole.
I'm going to let you working that out, okay?
This thing is a nightmare, this Torx thing.
Yeah, well, this is your dream saver right here.
Yeah.
I don't like Torx bolts. I would have used a grade 5
Yeah, I know. I'm going to change them. I don't want these Torx.
or grade 8 bolts. No, the Torx is stripped out now, and just little by little, just take little bites. Don't tighten it. Make sure you're loosening on the
Get
counterclock.
it in here, so.
Now you should be able to take the regular vice grips and just put it on. You don't really even need that anymore.
Oh, you don't.
Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't hit anybody. Well, we had a Torx head, but the Torx head is stripped out. It's just, it is what it is. Get that on there now? Yeah, just rock it out.
I don't think it's turning with this, Rosie. I gotta get. I don't think it is. I gotta do it with that big one.
Hold on. I think it should be pulling out now. Wow, this thing is really in here. All right, break that connection. Just finish this thing.
Let me turn it from the outside.
I'm just saying, if you just rock it like this, you got it.
figure out how you had it on there. I didn't know if you had it
Just
on.
like this. Just like you use the ratchet.
So put it on the head of the thing.
Yeah. That's exactly what you want to do.
Let me see if you put it behind it or let me see what you do.
Just lay it in there just like that.
Can we get rid of these and get a regular Phillips? Why do we have to go with Torx?
Probably because they're engineered for it. Might save your life on it.
What's going on, IRC? How you doing, Smooth IRC? Better to do it. Can't we get a regular Phillips for this and get rid of this torch? This is the nightmare to deal with this torch.
This has extreme holding power.
But it wasn't even in all the way. It was.
Tired. I'm gonna have to take over.
If you could hold it, let me do it from the bottom.
No,
If you
it's
just,
got nothing to do
no,
with
if you
it.
just hold it with your hand, I can turn it if you do.
I'm not holding it anymore. I'm an old bat.
You gotta hold it, I can turn it at the bottom.
You don't need two people. I just proved one person can be on it. Now, while you're adjusting, the head was already good to go. It just lays in there.
Okay, I'll hold it. I'll hold it here.
Here, just give it to me, Marshall. We'll be here all night. Just hold that a minute, okay? Turn it around and
Yeah. Okay.
just show people what we're working on
Okay.
here. We got a Torx
We got a Torx.
head there. We stripped it out, so we
Okay.
had to go with the Widowmaker here. We need to open that up some more. See how I'm working it with two hands? Real easy. It's like I almost have it working like a ratchet. Okay?
Well,
What
if
gotta
you hold
do
it,
when
I
you're
can.
removing galvanized plumbing and stuff, and the boss is yelling at you on the construction site. Let's go, man! You're holding up everybody. He doesn't want to hear. I can't take that bolt in.
It's in the output.
There's no way that you can't get that out without the vice grip now, okay?
Let me try this again with this sleeve.
It's too stripped out, I think. You're just gonna have to throw that vice grip on it. Whew. Thank you, Red Pill. I don't feel younger. Yeah, there you go. Just get that thing all the way down on it. There you go. Just keep working that. You got it now. Okay. There it is. Done. Woo! Let me look at that.
Look at this thing, man.
I know this is real holding power here.
Gee whiz.
This is a grade 5 Torx here. And now we've got
That
that.
thing was different than this one. Where's the other one here? I had it up here. Oh, here it is. That's different than this one. Look at, see this one on this side? You see, they're different. Right?
Well, they're just Torx. That's
Can we
all
use a Phillips over this?
I don't know. I guess we could, or use a hex bolt. I would use, but this has a fine thread here for extra holding power.
I see. It was a nightmare to deal with these, man. I wish we could just use a big Phillips.
Well, you don't want a Phillips, but you could go over to a fine thread grade 5 or grade 8 bolt.
Phillips, right?
Thank you, Red Pill.
Bolt or Phillips?
A bolt. You could put a hex
bolt.
bolt on here. It's
Okay.
fine. It's
Yeah,
just a
this
question of how it's held into the thing. It's not that big deal. This is a fine thread, though.
Yeah, we can keep these.
This
and
is
then
not a coarse thread here.
change them. This is just a,
Yeah.
that one's stripped. You can't even tighten.
Yeah, I had to
it.
take the seatbelt out because he wanted to change out and cut new vinyl. So I guess he'll be working on that tomorrow. Okay, Marshall, we'll
So
keep
can we
this for
change it with bolts
size.
then? We'll keep you for
Well,
size.
we need to make sure that the head's going to capture the seatbelt.
As long as
thing.
there's this thread. That's all.
Yeah,
we
I
need.
know. Here you go. Don't throw it away though. Okay,
What do
we
you
might
mean
be able to get a
capture- you mean
Torx bolt.
capture the.
Yeah, the
the-
configuration. There's a reason why they have this is called a Torx shoulder bolt here
Right.
because it has the head and it has the shoulder, and then it has threaded. It's not a
Right.
continuously threaded.
Right.
Now there's a reason they did that. Okay.
This is by Ford. Ford did this.
Yeah, you know what Smooth just said? Who needs seat belts anyway?
I don't wear seat belts anyway.
That's
Now,
a shame that you don't, Marshall. You might die one day. Same with Mr. X. Well, I can't condone that, so that's the way it goes. I don't agree with that philosophy at all.
Go see those battery
So-
hold downs. What do we got to do to get those in? We got to get a top bar for those. We got to fashion
What
a top
battery
bar.
hold downs? I don't know, Marshall. You're all over the map. Okay, what are we doing now?
What are you doing
I've been
now?
tightening up the bed. It's now officially tight.
Are you gonna
Tomorrow I'm
cut
going to
another leg?
measure a leg here. I want it to come out to the edge of the wood there, and then we'll cut and fill for some nice finish.
Today
Okay.
would have been a good day for you to cut the boards for the bed, right?
Well, I don't know.
First, you want to put the panels in. Right?
I don't know. You know, see what we're up against. I actually want to get the dinette installed.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, Fenderson Benderson said seatbelt saved my teeth. There you go. So,
The
how you doing, Missy?
we need to tighten this thing up here.
Nice
too.
to see Missy AK. Tomorrow we desperately need to clean the shop because the tools are all over the place, and then we're in the home stretch for wrapping up this job. We need to mount that vinyl wall. I need to get the 12-volt outlets. I'm doing good, Missy. We need to get the 12-volt, the last of these things mounted in, and then it's ready to go in. First thing we need to do is go get the proper paint color, though, for that.
So
Hey, Uber.
before we put all this in now, we're not going to do nothing about this window here?
What do you mean, do
Put a
something?
piece of rubber or something?
But I'm not doing anything about the window, no. There's a limit of what I'm able to do here, and there's a whole nother project of removing that whole window, taking it apart, taking it and having new tracking put in, then reinstalling, resealing it. A glass shop has to go and install that track in there. I mean, you can't come to me at this point in time and say, are we going to put this in here with the window like that? I just can't do anymore, Marshall. I'm physically at the end of my rope. I'm not 38 years old. Looks to me you can still open the windows. I would refrain from spraying any goo into them.
Well, I have to.
I would just open the uppers, you know.
This whole thing is just rotted away here. The whole thing.
I know, but it's not, it was rotted away for years before it ever got here.
Right.
And nobody was ever concerned about it at that time. But now that it's here, I'm supposed to get involved in that. I already confirmed it's not leaking any water inside, so I mean, I don't blame you for wanting to have it fixed, but that's a pretty doggone big project. I mean, all those inside screws have to be removed. The whole window has to be taken out. It has to be refitted with felt slide channels on it. The question is, does the window open now or not? That's the question.
The window opens. Yeah, I'm just saying. Either I'm gonna jerry rig this another way, or you know. There's a lot of stuff goes over here, you know, a lot of stuff goes here, you know.
The only thing I would do is take and clean out the slot some, and make sure that the windows can move. That's it. As long as it's not leaking water in the inside, it won't be the tightest seal on planet Earth, but at least you'll be able to open and close the windows. That's just my opinion.
Well, I'm looking forward to getting this dinette done, but you know this window is a big problem here. Maybe I can leave it the way it is, but at least do something to put a piece of rubber or.
There's no way to rubberize it. You have to remove material so that the window slides easily.
Right.
That's the job. But this point in time, at the 11th hour, to think that I'm going to address that window is a little much. What is it? 50 screws holding it on, and all the sealing and all that.
I'll have to put something on.
There's no water coming in. You just have to clear the track out so that you can open and close the window. I mean, that's all I would do. Make it as clean as possible. There's still some track here, but there's so much stuff in the track it can't even slide from.
Right. Because it's dry rotted, the material is.
Yeah. But
rotted.
in order to do this, the whole window has to be removed. You know, I've already set the wood frame in.
Right.
There's no way. I mean, just remove this
Excess material.
This excess material and let at least the window open and close. Save it for future projects. It's only removing 5 screws, the panel, and disconnecting the 12 volt and the other.
Right.
You might be able to pull it up right beside the line. I don't know. I don't know. We just remove that material. As long as you raise the drop and keep it opening and closing.
Well, let me try to remove some of this material. Then it's already dry rotted in there. I got to get it out a little.
Yeah, you got to get it out there because that's impeding the opening and closing of the window. Meanwhile, I'm going to size this nut and bolt for this gray tag thing. Okay? Remember this thing?
Yeah. All right. That, try to get that out of the plastic scraper, maybe to go gentle on that. Oh, what a job, man. Gonna need those pliers. How long do you think that have to be, Mark? What do you mean, how long? It's just going into the chassis. It's just going into the chassis. That's all it's doing.
Yeah, but it's not in a bolt.
There's no nut and bolt. It's not a nut and bolt. It's a screw with a head. It's a screw. And it's just got. You take it off with the socket set. That's what it is. It's not a bolt.
So the socket is screw is a bolt by definition.
It's not a bolt. It's a screw, but like the one we took out of the, like these.
Time for a beer or two, Rosie girl. 2 hearts.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Woo, let me see who that was. I want to say thank you. Hey, Bella Explorers. Thank you. Bella Explorers. Thank you, sweetie. I appreciate that.
I'm gonna put this back in the shop. It's just taking up too much space in there. I can't work and move this thing.
I think that screw will probably fit down there, Marshall. Thank you very much, sweetie. Yep, let the king take a break. Hey, Pickles, how you doing? Well, I'm off the clock in 23 minutes, so. But it's good, we're getting stuff done. We got that pork out of there.
What did I do with that thing?
Beer sounds good.
See if this will fit. It's too small. It's too small. Seven sixteenths. Well, this turns it. This is this. I'll be back, guys.
Yeah, I don't know. We were using it in the engine compartment. I had to, yeah, and I gave it back to you. I had to use this stupid thing. You want to sit this down there?
I guess I could use that.
Slide under with that, yeah. Maybe see if that screw's going to fit first, Marshall. We'll just try screwing it into that frame.
Try and dry fit and get in there.
Yeah, just dry fit it, see if it's going to be, or if I need to adjust with something else.
I'm gonna try it right now.
All right.
No way, it ain't gonna go in. It's too big.
Too big.
Yep. It'll
That
go in the
big?
whole of the chassis.
That big?
The whole of the chassis is smaller. See, it'll turn. It's too big.
It'll turn, Marshall. You just use the wrong thing to tighten. Where's your strap?
Hold on. You gotta pull it tight.
You know that. It's gonna fit this fine.
I want to get it tight. That's how I took it off because it wasn't tight. I want the thing to be
You're
tight.
not going to get it tight without destroying everything in here.
Can't fall down.
Why the hell did the tank fall down?
Try to get it tighter. Push yourself in. Hold on. Let me push it out.
Maybe if we loosen this one a little bit first, we'll have a little more slack down here. Did you consider that? Yeah. Probably rusted right there.
No, that's a new one. I put a new strap in. Here's the one new. That's the original one. This one is broke off, so I put this one. Yeah, back to what it was.
You're doing this the wrong way. Hold on a minute. Oh man. Ah. Better not mess up my $2 wig. Oh. There we socket? Where's your socket
It's
set?
up there on the top of the fridge.
Great, I gotta go get this. You're not giving me any tarp here to be on.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Here, success. What are you smiling about?
I'm not. I'm just trying to figure.
Yeah, it looks like you're smiling down there. Huh?
I was trying to
The
figure
thing
out.
is on, man. What do you want here? It's done.
Yeah, just put it over there.
You gotta learn how to.
What the heck?
What are you looking at down there, Marshall? You wanted it tight. You got.
Almost threw on my.
You wanted it tight. You got it tight. You're just sitting there giving me a look with your face, like.
Get this out.
You can't say that gray tank's going anywhere now. That thing is on there like a mofo. Whew. Show you guys what we just did. Down here. Got that tightened up right there. That's good to go. That's the gray tank. That ain't going anywhere. You still have to goo that hole above, Marshall, where the extra battery cable's coming through.
With silicone?
Yep.
Yeah, I better do it now so I don't forget it.
Yep, that's important because you got to seal it from the road
From
here.
the top or from the bottom?
From the top.
From the top.
Load that thing with goo.
Not from the bottom?
Not from the bottom.
Okay, well, where's the silicone at?
I have to go get it.
Now let me do this so I don't forget.
Brush off my back, would you, if I have anything on?
There's nothing on the book.
Okay, well, I just wanted you to check. See, with the proper know-how, it just takes minutes to do something, and that's a good thing. Can you reach it? You could probably reach it from here. I've secured down the water pump now.
Yeah, I'm gonna go on the inside. It's harder to get it from there. I gotta get that stool thing. side because it's
Yeah,
hard to
try
reach
not
from
to
the-
get that. Try not to rattle that connector I have there. That goofy dual post connector.
Let me get in from. My gloves out. My gloves out. I smooth it with my glove. I don't want to get it on my hand.
You should just be able to fill it up in there.
I'll just okay. Yeah, just dab on. Okay. Battery's already going out.
I love how you take charge.
Oh, thank you, sweetie. Let me see. Let's see. Thank you, Pickles. I appreciate that. All right. Guys, be nice today. Trying to run a nice chat here. These are just little projects we need to get done.
I want to buy me another phone. This battery is done on this phone.
Yeah, you see, you already got this window gasket material, right? You were gonna pull that other stuff.
Because this stuff right here. Hold on a second. Power.
Are you plugged in, or
I'm plugged in over there, but maybe it fell out.
are you sure the GFI
Oh, you
didn't?
got all this stuff and it probably fell out of the plug here. Is all this fell here?
Yeah, we need to get all this crap back into the garage. It's gonna be raining, I think. Thank you, Pickles.
The phone is done. Because the thing fell out, no power.
Wait a minute till you get a percent or two, and then just pick up. Best thing you can get is one of these big external battery packs. It lasts 36 hours. These things are great. Don't you put it, raise it up and work it all around.
Trying to get it in the hole, but you need something to stuff it down.
You done it all, you just keep putting it in there. Throw it back in, and it's done. Stuff it down.
Rosie, love your work ethic. To the end.
Thank you, Brary. I appreciate that. Yep, to the end. Yep.
I gotta get it to the bottom too a little bit.
No need. As long as it's to the top, the sugar ain't gonna go in. Unless you want to, it's up to you.
Can I get that Ryobi so I can get this off here? Oh, you got the. Gotta get another phone. This phone is done. battery.
What you need is one of these things.
The battery is dead on the phone. I have to get a better new phone, new battery. I don't want to carry that big old thing around like that. See if I can get it back on. I don't even know if I think it's all disconnected. I gotta start a whole new one. It disconnected the other one. I wonder if I lost the other one. Probably lost the whole stream. What happened to the rail? I don't want this to fall in this. Rosie, can you give me a piece of something here?
What?
I don't want the screws to fall. If I take the screws off, they might fall off.
Can you get them out by hand?
I can, but I don't want them to fall in the furnace.
Hold on.
That's fine. I got it. I don't. That's fine. I got it. I don't need it. That's fine. Forget it. See over here, Rosie, I've got this thing here. I might be able to put that railing here because I already got the ledge.
What rail?
The railing to put. There's a ledge over here. There's a ledge. So that railing that I have that I had up here, I might be able to cut it and put it over here. And you can put something here if you want.
Now why?
Well, it's pretty wide. But it wouldn't look good if you have a railing here and then you don't have a railing here now. But it's a ledge.
It's a good thought.
It's not going to look uniform, so. Anyways, just like I said, I just got a.
Want this in the garage or what?
I'll just put it on the bunk. I'm just saying that it's I just wanted to take it out so I could put the right. See on this side, they put the springer on this side. Like I said, it's just this, but it attaches. That's all you need is a piece of panel. So that's what we're going into this. I think Mr. Rex might have put this on.
I
well, there used to be a closet here. See, there wasn't nothing here. This used to have cabinets. That's why this was here. Over here used to be a closet. That's why they didn't put nothing here. They just put, it was just a closet with a panel. So
What are you screwing this side of the panel?
this is all we have. This. There's
Okay,
nothing
so
else.
it's just a fresh fitting there.
We put that in there. There was nothing here. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
But I need to put a piece of trim here. You know, to. Okay, so I got this all, so I'm just going to work on that window now. So these, when we
They
put
have
this
to be removed and then
and remounted, yeah, but we want it to go behind the, we want the panel to go behind this thing, right?
Right. I want to be able to put it finished. That's why I kept that.
And these panels here might have to be, and these
molded.
panels are going to be cut here and there, right? Or we're not going to be able to bring them all the way down at the end of this.
Yeah, they're just going to be good down here.
Right. So you also
Put a thin spurring strip here. I think that they'll fit, they'll press it over right.
So it'll be partial panel here, partial panel here, partial, you know. And, okay.
It's okay. You know, nothing's perfect in life, Marshall. You know, it's give and it's a take.
So what do we do? What are you gonna do tomorrow?
Well, we got to get the proper paint for the thing.
Okay.
You know, that's critical. And then I want to put that, you'll be done cleaning out that window channel. I want to be able to hang that wall hanging and move forward, right? Get the dinette. I've got to wait for a clear day so that we can
We need if
put
tomorrow.
the,
If
we have
tomorrow
to
the
either
day is,
clear
we
out
need.
the,
We need.
clear out the shop so that I can put trim on the dinette thing.
Yeah. If
I got to be
tomorrow.
able to work in there.
If tomorrow. If tomorrow the weather is good, we need to finish the dinette off
Right.
so that I can cut the cushions and know how much
So we
cushion I have
need to
left.
get that proper, even if, you know, the window surround doesn't have, we don't have to wait on that, but we should try to put the dinette in. The window surround, we just push it into there and screw it down.
Now, are you
so-
gonna put the panel in first and then the dinette, or are you gonna put?
Yeah, the panel first and then
Okay.
the dinette, yep.
Okay.
Yeah, but I want to trim out I have to trim out the dinette. There's a lot of finished trim on that to make it look nice, you know.
So it's better to trim it out when it's outside.
Yeah, I have to trim
it's
it out.
easier than being
Yeah,
inside.
because I can just put the panels on. Yeah, exactly. It's a lot
Are you
easier.
gonna put the panels in after you put it in?
Yeah, yep.
Oh.
Because the panels have trim edging on them too.
So are you gonna put the dinette in there and then put the panels and trim on while it's inside?
No, I'm going to take it here if it's not raining. We got to clean the shop out tomorrow to create room so that I can trim the dinette in there. You know, I have room to work. Put the panels on, and you know, we got to look at the lagoon table and check the mounting.
So are you gonna put the panels on the dinette before you put it in here in one piece, or are you gonna put the panels on after you
Put the
frame it
which panels?
for the dinette? Are you
The seats.
We're talking about the paneling on the dinette.
We're talking about one panel, Marshall.
Oh, you're talking about the wall panel?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So you're
Yeah,
talking about-
if we can clean the shop tomorrow, after we get back from the paint expedition, then I can work in there no matter what the weather. If the weather is decent, we can carry the dinette to the back deck.
No,
and
my question is for the dinette, the panels that are on the dinette and the trim and the backing and all that. Are you going to put the panels and trim on the dinette frame before you put it in here? Or are you
Yes.
going to put a lot
Yes.
after you put it in there?
Yeah, before I put it in here.
Oh, so you're going to put it in just one
Yeah, because
unit?
it's too hard to measure and cut angles and all that
So
stuff.
the only thing that, what about the backing for this side? Are you going to put that in the end here or what?
I got the thing to slide in there.
No, this side. This
Both
bit.
sides.
No, this side here.
Oh, I have to finish off that, not that side, the other side.
No,
That's already finished off this side.
okay.
This rear panel's already done. I have to
Okay.
cut the front panel from behind the
But
driver's
are you going to attach that panel before you put the dinette in?
No, I don't need to. I just need to have that float a bit and then attach it, okay?
You mean the back one?
Yeah, I can attach that with a long lag.
Okay.
2 lag bolts can secure that on there.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, I think that we got everything we need now to finish the dinette, and we need to get moving towards the kitchen and flooring right now. I need to figure out what we're going to do with the kitchen and flooring. What I need, if I'm going to order the flooring.
I'm not going to worry about that until I'm at that step, you know. Flooring is going out and figuring out, you know, either a very light flooring or a very dark flooring, you know, or have somebody cut a piece of vinyl for you or something, you know. I mean,
So
yeah, we have to wrap this up. There's not much more to do. You got to have these panels ready to go on. And we're gonna have to measure, make sure they come down to the right point here. So, you know, they can be captured with a little piece of trim here. Let's put this baby to rest. Pretty much almost done. Just want to push it to the finish line. Yeah. All new electrical, everything.
all right.
Hey, Mila Bella, how you doing? Yeah, I'd love lasagna.
All right, let me work on that a little bit.
Yeah, it's quitting time. 5 o'clock for me, Marshall. I know you want to do the window clean down.
This thing here is holding us up from the other project. We need to finish this up.
Yeah.
Not much to do back
the
here.
window surround shouldn't hold us up. It's just a matter of color match. That thing should screw on at any time. You know?
And then once we get the panels cut for here, put these panels back, then all we got left is the kitchen and floor. We're done. And this little thing here,
That's all we got. That's all we got to do. Yep. And the flooring, if properly chosen, will bring the whole thing together. And I want to put some things just to hold this in the position. These are just safety straps here, Marshall. I need
a little border or something.
yeah, exactly. Because I don't have to worry about the gas tank.
Right.
Yep, we're good. And then fit the back panel for the water thing, cut a little sight window on there, figure out where you're going to lay your hose, and hook up your
We have
hose.
any of that extra carpet, leftover carpet. Not a big deal, but you know.
Or we need to fit that other 12-volt thing into the panel, get that baby staple on the top.
And remember, we got the LED lights we gotta do too.
I know. The LED lights are fast.
We're almost done.
Yep.
Not much left, really. This is the fun part right here, actually.
Yep.
All the hard work is done.
All the hard work is done.
What's going on, Roman Anarchist?
Wow, long time
Can you
no.
believe that?
Yeah.
Relatively nomadic.
How you doing, Roman?
Relatively nomadic.
Roman
Roman.
Anarchist. Nice to see you, buddy.
What a guy, huh?
Mr. Blockchain. Huh?
I look at it this way. We should be proud of ourselves.
We are. Let's take
And-
it to a good conclusion.
Yeah.
So the floor, and then we have to put the floor molding on and all of that stuff. The fine details.
It's just little stuff, like little detail. Like I want to do I want to put a piece of vinyl on top of that thing. Just little things to make it look. I like the vinyl. Little finishing touches, but you know, it's pretty much almost done.
Shine Shack, brother.
I'll tell you what, the original plan that I had was to rip a lot of the stuff out. That was the easy way of doing it. We actually did it the hard way because this took more engineering because we had the closet, the bed, now the dinette. So it's actually...
Now the big problem was we couldn't remove the fridge because we had a big water heater under the kitchen sink that prevented us from... You wanted the bed to be all the way going for a huge bed.
Right.
It was just like it wasn't meant to be.
Well, the cool thing about what we did is that I like this floor plan. There's only they made an Explorer like this, okay, with a couch in the front, but not a dinette. But the dinette is what is going to make this thing really nice.
Yeah.
The dinette, the first thing that people are going to look at is when they come in is that dinette. That's the showpiece of the van. And I'm proud of ourselves that we spent that extra time to engineer it and design it the right way and get it exactly like the way that I wanted.
Big seat, man. Yeah.
Man,
The throne seat.
but now it's little finishing touches to make it look pretty. You know what I'm saying? It's
This is why we have to have
trim. It's the accordion.
This is
door,
why we got to have patience now to
varnish,
really
the
wrap
pretty-
this
now
up.
This is the easy part of the job. Most of the job, you know. I'll tell you what, man. It's gonna be nice. It's gonna be nice. It's gonna be nice. But
Yep, got the converter box all cut over.
I got the buttons coming. I've got I'll probably leave that fan job for Mr. X. It looks like we're not gonna probably have time to do that. Probably leave it for Mr. X.
Yep.
Now, if Mr. X
Lincoln's birthday's coming, brother.
Abraham Lincoln.
February 12th. I'm on the road to SoCal, man. The van's all packed up. The Shine Shack is clean. Woo! Kitchen, everything, man. The fridge.
Roman Anarchist says, my Class B Plus will be coming later this year. I'm also looking at adding a boat in my lifestyle for early retirement.
Wow.
This guy's been talking about retirement for the past 6 years.
Yeah, you're going to install an external PA speaker for singing karaoke on the beach parking lot.
Some of the Winnebago Travados, they put the marine speakers that are supposedly waterproof on the fiberglass
No, but I
top.
meant for a PA so you could sing into your...
What I wanted to do, my original thing was I wanted to incorporate in the 12-volt system a karaoke system, but I couldn't get the answer. No, they told me that they don't make a Bluetooth karaoke mic for the CD player, that I would have to actually hook into, and this is your department because you're the audio, that you have to actually hook up into some sort of a, I guess it's an amp for a microphone. You have to hook up in some sort of a deal, right, for that?
Yeah, it's a little bit of cross engineering there.
Right.
Now, here's the thing. We got to prepare for rain overnight. Okay, it's going to be really cold, rainy. I've got everything pretty much secured, but this piece of wood's got to go
We're gonna put that back in there. Okay. Okay, we're gonna put that back in there.
Tomorrow we got to those wheelbarrow handles are like...
When it's a rainy day, it's be a good day to work inside of the shop. We can't work out here.
Make some room so I can start trimming out the dynamic.
Okay. Yeah. We'll do that when the rain comes.
Well, I think tomorrow. I believe tomorrow is going to be raining.
You know the old saying, we'll close to the finish line.
We need to have patience and not
Yep.
lose our cool. Don't get frustrated pull things apart. There's always a way to unscrew something or remove or hook up a gray tank or something. There's always a way to do it with the proper tools and stuff.
This is what people are going to see to the eye and say, oh, you know what, that's nice, or oh, I don't like that. You know what I'm saying?
You're going to have some panel back here with your water thing. A little sight window here you can see. What more do you want?
Yep, so the only thing left for the interior is to get these screens done. Basically, will be a project with me and Mr. X.
Well, if I come out to Chicago, heavy copper wire is fine.
That's what he was saying, copper
Yeah,
wire.
that's the only way you're going to do it. I mean, you can't form channel aluminum around that.
Now the old windows, they had an aluminum screen that was screwed into the door,
Right.
and it had the zippers for the.
Another thing you have to think about here, this gasket, even though the leak is tiny, over time it's not going to get better.
Well, we can get some gasket. I don't know how if we can beef this up with another or something else or something. You see, this is just.
Yeah, I know. That's another Chicago deal. I think I'm going to grab a beer, enjoy a beer tonight. You want a beer?
No, I'm just having my coffee. I'm fine. I'm gonna go work on that window real quick. I'm gonna move my camera up here because the battery is low.
Can you put that big piece into me in the way?
Okay. This in there to match up the holes. I'll tell you what, one thing, the dinette is going to be the masterpiece. That is a serious engineering and design job. It took 2 people to do that. Nobody is going to have a dinette like that in a Class B.
Yeah, just remember, it's your design and my execution, right? That's what Marshall says. I have the master plan. All you have to do is just build it. You know, it's all the money is in here, right, Marshall? The architects are the ones that make the big money, brother. The designer.
I designed the dinette. Rosie built it, but I designed it. But that is the best dinette in any Class B. With the lagoon table, and then putting the bed in the back. People are going to say, where's your toilet, where's your toilet, where's your toilet? You can always buy a composting toilet. You can always have a 5-gallon bucket. You don't need to take up space in your coach to put a black tank and a toilet and all that. Plus, this is not many Class Bs have a fridge this size. So,
Big fridge.
yeah, that's a big.
Works
So,
well too.
look, not many Class Bs have a fridge this size. Not many Class Bs have a dinette with a bed in the back and upper storage. You got to think about it, Rosie. This is the most talked about modified Class B in history in YouTube. But I'll tell you what.
Probably the most aftermarket wire in Class B.
Now it's just about making it greater again. Air horns, more lighting, rims. No, I mean it's you know, you could reupholster the seats, you get a custom thing for the dash, you could, you still, it's whatever you want to do with it.
Now you don't have to smell the stink of the gray tank in the
Right.
summer.
But like if I go to Tijuana, I can get seats redone and get a custom doghouse thing and for the dash and make it come out. We do gotta do, we gotta. I mean, you could always change the curtains if you want. That'll make it look different. The
Make sure
curtains,
that the house heater is functioning properly too. Once we get the lines hooked up to
propane.
the
Yeah,
kitchen.
that's what I'm saying. Setting up the kitchen
That's
is
the
critical
last
because
thing to
getting my
address
propane
beside
back.
The flooring is the kitchen.
The kitchen is a big deal because you gotta.
We need to get a piece of melamine and cut
I'm
it.
excited to get to the kitchen. We're done with the dinette. I'm excited to get to the kitchen to get the light in, get the. And then once that's done, the floor is that's the easiest part. Ain't much left. We're almost done, Rose. We're almost by the finish line. So
I guess a dark floor would look nice.
huh?
I guess a dark floor would look good, you know?
Well,
Dark or light?
if we just find out how much we need, I did find the garage coin flooring that's you can get a rib light brown.
Ugly.
Huh? Oh, you mean you want the one
No,
that's
not me, it's your coach. If you want coin flooring, you get it. I'm just saying it's going to get real dirty. There's going to be stuff down between coins. You're not going to be able to get out of there. It's going to get gross.
Well, think about it. What's durable? What can
Any vinyl or wood product. You don't have that much flooring to lay down. You know, it's simple.
Well, now if you
It
want, you
cuts
can go
right-
ahead and put
it's a-
real wood because
Yeah,
we have
it's
the water here.
Exactly. It's a good engineered product. If you get 5 years out of it, so what? You pull it up, it's a floating floor, and you put down a new one. You're not pulling up all that glue and crap and all that.
You mean the engineered flooring?
Yeah, engineered flooring. Get 5 years out of it. You don't
can
have a
always-
leak at the fridge anymore to destroy your floor.
We've kind of.
You know how much stuff we've done on this coach of leak abatement and all that?
Yeah. I know that the real wood won't hold up. You see what happened to the maple and stuff.
Yeah, well,
That was maple wood, real wood. It doesn't. It doesn't hold up. It will not hold up. I've been
I'm
living
not
in
going to
this
make a comment, Marshall, because it was not an engineered product.
Yeah. The reason why I like the garage coin flooring, the stuff is bulletproof. You cannot destroy it. It'll be there forever. It will outlast the life of the van.
Yeah, but
You'll never have to put another floor in.
It'll be so gross,
Right.
in my opinion, because between the coins will be dirt, food,
Right.
and you'll never get it clean. That is just incredible clean as coin. I don't know. Let's get a good engineered wood, snap and lock, and throw it in.
That ain't gonna
You
last
got a
long.
great floor. You got a great surface. Before you didn't have a good surface. You had
Why not
rod.
the vinyl? Why not just the vinyl planks?
Vinyl planks are fine, whatever you want to do.
Okay. We'll
I
go
don't
with the
care,
vinyl
man.
planks.
I don't care. Put gold leaf on the floor. I don't care.
A light color.
Put silver bars on the floor, silver coins.
See, I'm thinking about
Get a
I'm thinking
pocket,
about
put
what
silver
physical
coins.
abuse it can take. Think about it. I'm living in a van. I'm going to be going in the sand. I'm going
Yeah,
to be
but
going
you're
in
not
mud.
cooking inside.
I'm not cooking, but you're going in and out of the rig, the weather, the mud, the snow, the ice, the rocks, the sand. If you go to the beach, the floor takes a lot of abuse. You have to have something that's going to be bulletproof strong to withstand it. Now I know wood ain't going to do it. I've already tried the maple wood, or it can't do it. So you can't use wood. So you got to use.
Well, get the coin floor, man, to keep it clean. You can't put a good molding around a coin floor. So,
Well, we can go with the vinyl plank if
hey,
you want
man,
to
it's your coach. Vinyl planking is durable.
go. It's durable. Yeah.
It should be a floating floor. You want to change it out, you just pull it up.
Pull it
That's
out and change it out,
There's
yeah.
no glue
There's no
or any
glue.
crap. Well, it just floats. Okay?
Now we've
Snap
got the
lock,
water problem
boom.
solved with the fridge, and then this I'm not going to
That's all.
overfill.
You're hardly using any material at all here for the flooring anyway. Butterbean Kardashian, you're really close to being shown the gate here, okay?
What's up, Janet? How you doing? Janet's watching. I'm gonna go and work on that window real quick. Oh no, we should be proud of ourselves. We're almost done. We took our time. It's gonna come out great. I just, as far as the, if I could probably go back and.
Yeah, it's no problem, Butterbean. I'm just saying I got limits, man. We're not here to just be negative every comment. You know, there's positive work that's been done here. Marshall's worked hard. I've worked hard, okay? I can't just continuously be negative about things. It's not my nature.
So I'm gonna, let me get that needle.
I don't wish physical harm on anybody.
We should be proud of ourselves. We did a heck of a job.
I'm
And
proud of the work you've done. I'm proud that we haven't lost our cool yet.
that out. Can you lay that down here a little bit? Just here by the bed. Just lay it down on that. Oh, where is the thing at?
You got a lot of storage.
Right.
Oh boy. All right, guys, I am off the clock. We'll see y'all later. See you on Rosie O'Kelly tonight. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Have a very good evening.